Hi everyone, I am back with a WIP parade. They're not in any particular order. The hubby is gone for a little while, so I'm taking advantage of it, jumping in, getting all of this done while he's gone because I have a feeling it's going to take a while. I have a few little these little tote things like this. I have a few of them to go through, so hopefully we can get it all done before he gets back. They're not in any particular order, so yeah, we're just gonna jump in. There are three that I'm thinking about not doing or restarting them by after I crop off some of the background that I don't really think that I need, and I started them before I really started to do much cropping on my pieces. I don't know if I'm gonna do editing to put in pictures, so we'll go with what I have on my tablet as a mock-up for those that I have. I believe I have them all on there except for maybe one or two, and those one or two are ones that I'm thinking about UFOing. So let's do the ones that I'm thinking about UFOing first. I did not open the bags, and I have most of mine in little Ziploc bags, so be aware of that if you're using headphones. I'm sorry, I didn't want to take the time to take them all out of bags because, like I said, I'm trying to get this done before he gets back. Okay, the first one, I know I took it off my tablet because this one I really feel that I'm going to be UFOing because I'm not sure that it's really going to look right. It's an Amy Stewart, it's Mini Garden Gate, and I'm afraid that when I get down to where everything starts coming in, like the little scarecrow and all the little pieces in the garden, that it's not going to really look right. So I don't want to use more thread and the fabric to find out that I'm not going to like it, and I have so many more that I do like. So I might just UFO and like start something else on this project or on this fabric and call it a day on that one. So this is probably going to be UFO. Actually, I took it off the tablet, so it is UFO. I'm a hot mess today, guys. Kind of like always. The next one is a mini boho seaside view. I do have that on here still. I'm not sure about if I'm going to continue with it or not. Sorry. It is another Amy Stewart. The mock-up will look like this. And I have the door open, so we're kind of along our country road that's kind of busy. So if you hear vehicles going by, I'm sorry about that. But with the door open, it gives more light in here. Because the curtains don't really do much if I open the curtains. TV's blocking the curtain over here, and then this curtain. We just put in an AC a couple days ago, and the light from behind doesn't really help anyway. But on this one, this is where I got. And I'm not sure if I want to continue this one or not. That's why I left it on the tablet. Have a basket down here, throw them all in. Oh, and the dogs are right down here, so if you hear a little whining, it's Coco because she wants to go outside, and I can't put her outside while I'm doing this because she likes to get wrapped around the porch light. So. The next one is Mini North Star, and I do have it on here. It's an Ann Stokes piece. The full piece looks like this, and why I stopped working on this one is because I made a mistake somewhere. I'm not sure where, but after thinking about it, I'm thinking I want to restart it and crop off some of this bottom piece here and just work on that. We'll probably have to keep that over there, but I'm going to cut off about that much on the bottom. Kind of have it like look like that. So where I am right now on it, oh, and the boho seaside view was on 25 count. This is 22 count. So I got quite a bit done, but like I said, I made a mistake somewhere, and it's got to be somewhere in here. And if I'm going to have to frog all that out, I'm thinking it might just be better to restart it and crop all that extra background off. And I'm sorry, unfortunately Pattern Keeper doesn't let you move stuff around very well, so I gotta hunt for this stuff on here. The next one is Mini Meditation by Elizabeth Welker. It will look like this. I'm not cropping this at all. I want all the colors in it. This is on 25 count. Oh, what am I doing? Looks like 2 over 1 half cross. And that's where I'm at on this one. I haven't had this out for a while, so it hasn't been out at all this year. So there's a lot of pieces I need to get back to. Haven't worked on for quite a while. Next is Quick Stitch Cinderella. There she is. It is another Amy Stewart piece. It should look like that. It's on a piece of 25 count, and I started on the right side on this one. And that's her face right there. This is 2 over 1 half cross. A lot of the pieces that I've been doing half cross, I haven't felt like working on a lot of them because I'm really liking the 1 over 1 full cross. So I've been working on almost everything lately is 1 over 1 full cross. But I really need to get back and finish some of these other pieces. The next is Story Keep the Key by Kirsten Mills. The piece will look like this. This is a 22 count. It's another 2/1 half cross, and I got that much done. Do you hear something outside? You're not going out there. Not right now. The next one is Mini Red Queen, Red Dragon by Elena. Let's see. Elena Lazareva. I think I always pronounce her name wrong. But it will look like this. And this is on 22 count, 2/110. And that's where I got on her. I really need to get back to some of these pieces. I want them on my wall. This one I started a long time ago. I actually started it as a paper copy. Never put it on my tablet. I need to, so I can finish her. I think this is 28 count. It's really flimsy, and I'm not used to doing a lot of work on flimsy fabric because I do a lot of 22 count hard anchor. This is even more flimsy than the 25 count that I work on. So I haven't done a lot of work on it. Plus, it was so long ago that I was using a pencil to grid. So you can see the grid lines on there. And I saw somewhere that if you grid with pencil, it doesn't come out. And so she's been just a face for many years. I've been thinking about doing her over on 22 count with the other Rachel Anderson pieces, the birthstone pieces. I've finished a few of them and they were all done on 22 count. I have a few more that I started as well. But yeah, I'm really thinking about starting her over. But for now, she lives in the WIP container. This is one that is not full coverage. I've had as a WIP for a long time. Haven't finished it. I forget the name of the piece, but it's by Anne Logan. And she has a lot of her patterns on the internet for free. I don't remember the website. I'll have to see if I can find my pattern for this. It's 4 pages a pattern. Hold on 1 second. Mimi, quit. But it's a purple rose, and that's where I got on it. Hold on just a minute. You're not going out. The next one is Mini Spell Weaver, and it is also by M. Stokes. It will look like this. I started this as a sell with two other people on Instagram. I can't remember their names. Sorry, ladies, if you're watching. But after I started it, I think I started it for Mania one year, and then I never picked it back up. But this is where I got to. Coco, no! This is another piece that I took off the tablet. I don't think I'm going to be working on it anymore. Or if I do, it's going to be on a different fabric. It is Mini Unicorn Spring. I think it's by David Pencom. And I didn't get very far on that. I wasn't enjoying the confetti for some reason. Back then, I don't think I really liked the confetti. Now it doesn't bother me that much. I'll put that one over there. Then I have Mini Woodland Guardian. It's by M. Stokes. And it will look like this. I was working on this one. It's a 22 count, 2/1. I was working on this before my pattern, or before my tablet crashed, and I didn't export my progress or anything, so I was trying to count it off with pins to re-input it into Pattern Keeper when I re-downloaded it, and I never finished it, so my pins are still in there. And I think the last time I showed it, it had pins in it still. I never got to finishing it. This piece, I'm sad to say, is still in my WIPs. It is so close to being done, but for some reason I haven't went back to finish it. And it is Atlantis Story Keep by Michelle Sayeda. It's a Heaven and Earth. All these have been Heaven and Earths except for the rose. Yeah, except for the rose. This is what the Atlantis Story Keep is gonna look like. And she's so close to being done. I really need to go and finish her. And I could say I have a finish this year, because I don't think I'm going to have a finish any other way. That's where she's at. and there is like just a little over, no, I think it's like 4,000 stitches, somewhere in there. That shouldn't take very long. But I've just been working on other pieces. So she continues to sit in my basket. Another piece is right here. It is Mini Fire Goddess by Carol Cavaliers. The full piece will look like that. It's also a Heaven and Earth design. I started this in February of 22. I have it wrote down there. 2/8/22. That's so long ago. I haven't worked on it very much. It is very bright. It is a 22 count 2/1 half cross. That's as far as I got. The next piece is Quick Stitch Phantom of the Opera. It's by Amy Stewart. The piece will look like this. I don't even know what fabric this is. I think it's like a 25 count, maybe 28. But I only got that much done. I believe this was another Mania start. A year, maybe 2 years ago. I didn't really keep track of stuff when I started it. The next one is Mini Windwalker by Laura Prindle. It will look like that. She's upset because her sister went out. I have a fan blocking the doorway so she doesn't go out, because I'm afraid that if she sees a cat, she's going to run off. This is 22 count 2/1 half cross. She likes to bark at the cats, and when she's on the leash, she will run towards the cat. But if there's a cat around, she runs from the cat. So. But I don't want to take the chance of her running off because, yeah, I don't want her to run off. She gets set on something and is, like, got a narrow focus. The next one is Mini Wishing Tree by Jeremiah Kettner. It's not that bad, Coco. It will look like this. It's, let's see, 22 count, 2/1, half cross. And that's where I'm at. And I keep forgetting to say, these are Hayes Heaven and Earth Designs. Most of my stuff, full coverage, was Heaven and Earth Designs until recently. I did start branching out like the later part of last year, so probably about a year ago. So I believe all of them in this basket are Heaven and Earth Designs. If it's not, I will let you know who it's by. The next one is Mini Butterfly Rose Cross. It is by Bridget Ashwood. The whole piece looks like this. After starting it, I felt like I should have not done the background and put it on one of my dyed fabrics, cut off the background and just put the cross with the flowers and butterflies on one of the pieces that I dyed. That's still a possibility, but right now this is where it is. This one I know is not on my tablet. I started this somewhere back in like 2018, 2019, somewhere in there. It's a very stiff piece of fabric. I have threads parked all over the place. It was I don't remember who it was by. It's a Heaven and Earth Designs. It's Quick Stitch Keep Up. It's of a mama turtle and a baby turtle. I can't remember who it's by, but this is where it is. This is another one that I was doing the pencil grid marks. I think that the colors in this one are dark enough that you wouldn't see the lines if I continued on this one. It is very stiff fabric. Since then I've learned if you do rinse off the fabric, it's not as stiff. But this is close to where I just started doing full coverage, like mainly full coverage. I still had a lot to learn. I'm still learning, so it's alright. Learn something new every day. Try to continue to grow in your mind. This one is a more recent one. Where are you at? Here it is. Mini Puppy Loving Petunia. It's by Sheena Pike. It is one through Heaven and Earth Designs. It's going to look like this. I love dogs. So when I saw this, I had to get it. I started at the bottom left-hand corner on this one, and that's her hair and her purse, and the start of her little mug, the handle. This was 25 count, 1/1 full cross on this one. This was started this year, I believe. Sorry about that. Okay, go back up further now. I got some older pieces again. I used to have it where I'd know where everything was on here, but then I took off a couple patterns and now it's all weird. The next one is Quick Stitch Forest Light. It's by Jonathan Earl Bowser. The full piece will look like this. And I keep hitting the wrong spot. The full piece will look like this. Coco. I think I'll be taking an intermission to take her outside for a little while. This is where it is right now. It is 22 count 1/1 full cross. The next one is Mini Flower Girl. It is by Cindy Nielsen. The full piece will look like this. I did crop it. I think it's about that much. So just be doing her face, the flower, and her hair. Some of her hair. This is on 22 count, 1/1 full cross. And that's where she's at. She's been coming up in my mind, so I think I'm going to be working on her again soon. Putting in some stitches on her. The next one is Mini Spring Hummer. I believe this is one that I started on my birthday. She's a drama queen. It's another Carol Cavalieris piece. The whole piece looks like this. I did crop off a lot of this background and some of this background over here and a little bit off the top. This is another 22 count 1/1 full cross. And that's what I got you on this one. Coco, stop. They didn't stop for you. The next piece is Mini Touch the Sky by Jeff Haney. It will look like that. This is on a 25 count, 2/1 half cross. And it looks like that. The next one is Minnie the Mountain Cabin by Dominic Davison. It will look like this. This is another 25 count, 2 over 1 half cross. This started in the top right hand corner of this one. I don't know how many pieces I have. Has anybody been keeping track? Oh, this one is Mini Winter Kiss by Adele Sessler. I believe her name has changed though, but on this one it's under Adele Sessler. It'll look like this. I started this one year on mine and my husband's anniversary. It is a 22 count, and I am doing it 1 over 1 full cross, and started it in the top right, and that's his face right there. I think this was last year that I started it. It's a little over a year old. This one is Mini Hunter's Moon. It's by Allison Spokes. It will look like this. Another 25 count, 2 over 1 half cross. And that's where I'm at on that one. Oh, you said because your sister was able to get past the fan. The next one is Mini Starfish on Sand Beach. The whole piece will look like this. I am cropping off some of this background. Just making it a long, thin piece. This was a piece that I tried out Royal Rose on, or started Royal Rose on. It is a lot of hanging threads. That's where I got on it. This piece really lent itself for the Royal Rose method because the colors kind of stayed like going in columns, because you got the blues, and then over here you'll have the tans. So I thought I'd give it a try. It's okay, but I don't know if it's really the me style. So I've done it on a couple other ones, but I kind of tweaked it to make it me. So it's the Jessica version of Royal Rose. The next piece that I have is Mini Paris Morning. I also started this with a couple people on Instagram. I can't remember names. I'm sorry, I'm really bad at names. This one is by Uliana Babenko. It will look like this. I am such a sucker for little dogs. Any dogs, really. So if it has a dog on it, usually I want to stitch it. Unfortunately, I don't have a million hours in a day. This is on 22 count, 1/1 full cross. I started this one in the bottom left hand corner and got to the bar. And this is one of her legs, and there's another. Right here is where the dog is. The next two are two of my regular size patterns. Regular size Heaven and Earth design patterns. The first one is Tiger Family in the Jungle. It is by Jan Patrick Krasny. It is the max color. It will look like this. And there is quite a few people doing this that are way further than me. Darren, the Dizzy Stitcher, I love watching his progress videos on it. He's so far. I am so far from even getting to where he's at. I am doing this 25 count, 2/1 half cross. And I started on the top, and then I got bored. So I worked my way down to the bottom, and over a little bit further, to the bottom, and then I got bored. And then I worked my way back up to the tiger, and then and I got bored. So I put it away. But I've been working on this one for a while too. The next time it comes out, I really want to work on a tiger. Get a tiger finished, so I can have a tiger to look at every time that I pull this piece out. On that one, I am almost to 10%. I am at 9.99%. Close, but no scar. Okay, the next one that is my large piece is Santorini. It is by... Oh, look at what I just found. I found the Quick Stitch Keep Up mock-up. I do have it on here. That button's in the wrong spot. The one with Mama and Baby Turtle will look like this. I didn't realize I put it on here already. But the Santorini View is by Laura Stewart. The whole piece will look like this. This dog right here reminds me of my dog Minnie, the little one, not Coco, the one that's been whining, the one that made her way outside past the fan. Except for her ears stick up like little chihuahua ears. This is on 22 count, 1/1 full cross. I don't have as much done on this one. There, we got a bird. Well, it's the sky. I haven't made it very far on this one. I'm at 1.84% on this. I got a long ways to go. Hold on, Coco. Let me finish this back. And then we'll take you out for a little bit. If I can find, here it is. Many Don't Tell the Others by Lisa Parker. Right up my alley. Cute little doggies. And there we have a doggy's eyeball and eyeball in its ear. Lots of black in this one. Lots of black. I have a few more left in this tote, but I don't know if she's gonna let me finish it. The next one is one that I started this year. It's Mini Safe Haven by Ann Stokes. The full piece will look like this. I did crop it like somewhere around here, and then the very top of it, I wanted to focus on this part right here. So you can actually see where her foot is already. This is another one of those stiff fabrics that I didn't rinse out. Her hood is right here. And that's where I'm at on that one. Okay, I'm going to take a break and take her outside and let her run around for a little bit, and I will be back. So I will see you in a few minutes. For you, it should only be a second. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully she's going to lay here with her sister and be calm for a few minutes. Okay, Mini Soul Touch by Laura Prindle. It will look like this. Beautiful piece. I am doing this 22 count, 2/1 half cross. And that's where it's at. The next one is another Amy Stewart piece. I've realized I have quite a few of her pieces. It is Quick Stitch Unicorn Haven. This was another piece that I started doing the Royal Rose method on. I didn't make it very far on this piece though. It's a 25 count. I believe I was doing it 2/1 half cross. Only got that far. After this blue right here, we started getting into the confetti, is when I stopped doing the royal rose, because it's a lot of thread there. And when I get back to it, I don't know if I'll stay doing the royal rose method on this one, or if I will just change it out, because usually on my pieces I just go where the thread takes me, and yeah, it wasn't taking me very far doing it that way. The next one is another one of the Birthstone pieces by Rachel Anderson. This one is Quick Stitch Aquamarine. She will look like this. This is another piece that I started this year, and it's on the stiff 22 count fabric. Obviously that's her hair, and you can see the outline of her eyes and nose and mouth. All the other pieces I have citrine and ruby up on my wall. Those are on 22 count. This is on 22 count. That's why the sapphire I'm thinking about doing over on 22 count. So we'll see. The next one is Mini Happy Birthday. It's by Charlotte Bird. The piece will look like this. I started it for my birthday last year, I believe. Yeah, last year. This one and the Spring Hummer were the ones that I had the toss-up with, and then I was just like, why not? I'll start them both. So I did. This one is on 22 count. It is 1/1 full cross. And that's where I got on this one. I definitely enjoy the process of the stitching more than the finishing. But there are some years that it lines up. Like last year I ended up having 8 finishes. 7 of them were haze, I believe. So sometimes I get a good year like that, but other times I just enjoy the stitching. This is another one I started this year. It is Spring Dragon. I got the pattern off of Etsy. It's by Stitch Witch Cat. It will look like this. It is on 22 count, 1/1 full cross, and I got that far. I was enjoying this one and I didn't want to put it down, so I worked on it for quite a while. This year I've noticed I've worked on pieces a lot more than other years. Before I was switching them out quite often, but maybe it's just the pieces that I'm working on I like better now. I don't know. This is a paper pattern. I got it off of Etsy. I don't know if this is backwards for you or not. It's by Jillian McLaughlin. It says, "A house is not a home without a dog." I'm working on this on a piece of fabric that I dyed. And so far, I have almost without. I still need the other part of the W. One of the few non-full coverage pieces that I'm working on. We have a cho empty. Yay! Okay. Next, we will save that for last. The pieces that I'm working on currently, I'm going to save for the last. Okay, this is another one on a piece of fabric that I dyed. I requested help from those who follow me on Instagram. It's another one of the Rachel Anderson pieces. It's Quick Stitch Opal. She will look like this. I started it for Mania this year. So I believe it was in one of my Mania videos this year. And I wasn't sure of the fabric to use, so I put a few up and asked for opinions, and this was one that got picked off of Instagram and my Facebook account. And so, yeah, I cut it down to size and started working her on this one. And that's where I got so far. And this is across her chest area. And I started in the middle on this one. That way I can go up or down. So, not doing the background, obviously. This is one that I haven't worked on for a while. It is Story Keep Life is an Open Book, Paris by Amy Stewart. If I can push the right button. It will look like this. I don't know what I was thinking when I started this. I don't know if I was trying to do the Royal Rose method or what I was trying to do. It's on a 22 count piece. It looks like I was, but I didn't get very far. Not very far at all. This one is almost not worth showing because I think I literally have like 6 stitches in it. It's another Story Keep. It is Story Keep Rainbow Valley. If I can find it. There it is. It's by Jody Bergsma. I am cropping this one. I wanted to concentrate on the little frog and the ladybug. And it's been so long since I did it that I don't remember. I think I cropped it like right there. Somewhere in there. And for those of you that think a WIP needs 200 or so stitches, this is definitely not counting as a WIP. It's like 6 stitches. The next one is Mini Mermaid at Sunset. It is another Elena Lazareva piece. She will look like this. This is on a 22 count. It is a 1/1 full cross. And that's where she's at. The sky is so pretty. I love all those colors. And I want to get back to her. And her green hair. The next one is another Carol Cavalieris. It is Mini Love on Moon Swing with some cute little birdies. It's another 22 count. Oh, this one I'm doing 2/1 half cross. And I started on the bottom of this one. And this is the swing part right here. The next one is a Donna Gelsinger piece. It's Mini Princess of the Sea. She will look like that. My tablet's got some fingerprints on it. This is another 22 count. It is 1/1 full cross. And that's where she's at. This one is Mini Hummingbird and Roses by Oleg Gavrilov. It will look like that. I love hummingbirds as well. I have quite a few pieces of them. At least 3 that I could think of off the top of my head. working on a rose. This one is mini saccharin. I know I'm gonna butcher this name. Graciana Zelinska? That's a heaven and earth. I am cropping her. I am taking about that much off. This is a 22 count, 1/1 full cross. And there's her face. She looks like an alien right now. The next one is Minnie, the Book of Dog Talk by Babette Vandenberg. It's a little doggy reading. Gotta have his reading glasses. This one is on 25 count. It is 2/1 half cross, and where that far? Oh my, we're over an hour already. I had a feeling it's going to be a long one. This is going out to all you guys that love the long WIP braids. The next one is Quick Stitch, The Magic of Books by Tamara Markgard. She will look like that. And this is a 22 count, 2/1 half cross. Another one with a lot of black in it. I think I should just get myself a cone of black, because I have a lot of black in my pieces. The next one is another Story Keep. It is Spider Queen. By Little Fairy Art. It'll look like that, but on its side. This is another 22 count, 2/1 half stitch. You can see the first eyeball. Flosstube, itchy nose. Another of the Rachel Anderson birthstone pieces. This one is Quick Stitch Emerald. She will look like that. I love all those greens. She's so pretty. .22 count, 2/1 half cross, and that's where she is. Another Tamara Markard piece. This one is Mini Enchantment of the Wolf, max color. The full piece will look like this. I am cropping off a lot of the background. Concentrate more on her and the wolf pups. This is a 22 count, 1/1 full cross. No, 2/1 half stitch. This one is the piece that I branched out from Heaven and Earth Designs on for the full coverage. I seen her when I was scrolling through on Facebook one day, and I fell in love. Greens are my favorite colors, and she is just so pretty. It is called Beautiful Mermaid. It is by Artisy. She will look like this. I started working on her from the center, and I wasn't quite sure how I wanted to do it, so I was working with some lace threads. So there are threads all over the place, so if you don't like seeing that, this is definitely not the piece to look at. That was your warning. This is on 22 count, 1/1 full cross, and you can see her face, and this is her shoulder, and a lot of waist threads. It was after that that I just went all over the place with different pieces, different companies. The next one I have is Ornament Yellow Lab. It's another Carol Cavalieris piece. The cute little puppy. This one is 1/1 full cross, and that's what I got. We are getting there, people. I emptied out another container. Woohoo! This is another one that I've been working on. Well, this one I've been working on recently. It is an older one. I think I started it last year for Mania. I pulled it out for one of my challenges on one of the games that I'm in on Facebook. It's called Mini Eternal Love by Little Fairy Art. The full piece will look like this. I am not doing any of the stuff over here. And I believe I cropped off part of the bottom as well. I do have it in a little Q-snap, so I'm not going to take it out of there, but most of what I have done is easily seen. It's the top of her head. And I've been working on some of this white here. And I think the rest of the stuff is all from this year. There might be one or two that's not, but most of it is. Which means that I should be able to find it on my tablet easier. Should be. Yep. That's not a guarantee though, as I continue to scroll to find a piece. Here we go. This one is by Sunflower Stitches. I got the piece off of Etsy, but she also has a website now. It is Ruby and the Wolf. The whole piece looks like this. I don't know about on Etsy, but I know on the website she has the full piece, and then also snippets where it's just a smaller version, like a cropped version of the piece. I bought it before the snippets were available. I had this last year. And I also got the Beauty and the Beast one as full pieces, so I just cropped myself. So I took off this extra over here. This was one of my Mania starts for this year. So most of the pieces that I have left, if you saw my Mania videos, you probably have seen these already. I don't believe I've worked on any again except for one, maybe two of them, so they still look the same. This is on 28 count. It is tiny 1/1 full cross, and I know I haven't done anything on this since I started in May. The other one from Sunflower Stitches is the Beauty and the Beast. The full piece looks like this. I cropped off some of this over here and some over here. This one is also on 28 count, 1/1 full cross. And that's where I got on that one. Lots of waist threads on there too. Trying to find the best way to do pieces where I don't have to keep flipping over my projects, because I work from a Lowry stand and Q-snaps. most of the time. If I go outside and I'm outside with the dogs, I'll take a smaller Q-snap out and work outside, so then I can turn over sometimes, but sometimes it's just pain, so I don't. I still use waist threads. But I'm trying to find the best way to start and finish from the front. So if you have any other suggestions, leave them down below. I will give them a try and see if they help me. The next one that I have here is Foxy Fall, and it will, this is from Cross Stitch for Everyone, I believe. Yes, Cross Stitch for Everyone, and I got it off of Etsy. The full piece looks like this. I wanted the fox off the picture, so I am cropping the fox out and working on it. It was Mania start, 22 count, 1 over 1 full cross, and that's where it got on that one. And I believe all my Mania starts have the waist threads because I was working on them on the Lowry stand. This one is, from Tilton Crafts. It is a Denise Garbus piece. It's called Dragon Keeper. I have really come to like her work. I have quite a few of her pieces. This one is gonna look like that. This was one of the pieces that I did not want to put down. I started it in April, so I had to put it away for my Mania starts. But this is where I got before I put it away. This is another Etsy pattern. It's by Neni Design. It's Neni Design on Etsy. It's a Lilo and Stitch picture. Lilo and Stitch is one of my favorite movies. I love Stitch. And my youngest daughter, who thinks she's gonna get all my pieces when I'm gone, or even before then, loves Stitch too, so she thinks that it's definitely for her. And I just got a little bit done on that one. No, stop. This one is a Heaven and Earth design. It is a story keep. Stop. It's Story Keep Pocahontas. by Melanie Dillon. The whole piece will look like this. I am cropping off some of the bottom. It was another Mania start, so if you've seen my Mania videos, you would have seen this. It is 25 count, 1/1 full cross. Another Tilton Crafts Denise Garbus piece. This one is Perched Cocoa. The full piece will look like this. I'm cutting off some of the edges. I think just a little bit off the bottom. Is 25 count, 1/1 full cross. And that's where she's at. Coco! Coco. Another Heaven and Earth design, Mini Once Upon a Time by Ann Stokes. The full piece will look like this. I am cropping this one as well, just a little bit of the background. Also another Mania start. This is 22 count, 1/1 full cross. That's where this one is. Coco. Another Ann Stokes piece, started by Hade. Mini Dragonkin. Also cropping the top and the bottom. Another Mania piece. This is 22 count. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. When she hears the car door, she thinks it is for her and she wants to get petted, and she don't always get to get petted. Where was I? Mini Dragonkin by Ann Stokes, and that's where I'm at on that one. Very stiff fabric. Some of them I didn't even bother to wash the starch out, but that's alright. We are almost done. I have another one from Etsy from Stitch Witch Cat. It is Lady of Summer. The full piece will look like this. I am cropping off some of the background. It's on 25 count, 1/1 full cross. And just a little start on that one as well. This is another Tilton Crafts Denise Garbus piece. Its butterflies are free. That's the whole piece. On here again, cropping off some of the sides. It's also on 25 count, 1/1 full cross. And that's where I got on that one. Another one off of Etsy, Cross Stitch for Everyone. This is called Winter Glow Ferret. That's the whole piece. I am cropping the ferret out and just doing it. This is on 22 count. 1/1 full cross. And that's what I got on that one. Another Heaven and Earth design by Cindy Nielsen. It is Quick Stitch the Roof. Another one that has a bunch of black in it. And that's where I got on that one. Couple more. Another Denise Garbus. This is the one that got me started being interested in her work when I saw it scrolling through Facebook. It's called Lollipop, and I fell in love with it. It's so pretty. And I just saw the picture on Facebook, and I went to Tilton Crafts, and I had to scroll through like all of the patterns because I didn't know what it was called or who it was by or anything like that. And when I found it, I went to the artist page and was just in awe. That's where I got started liking her pieces and started buying her pieces. This is where this one is. It's 25 count, 1/1 full cross. And there's still so many more that I want to get. I just love her work. Okay, now the pieces that I have on the cute snaps that I've been working on recently. That I'm not gonna take off the cute snaps because you can see everything on them right now. In May I started doing the Simba silhouette. It's by Stitchery by MJ. It's on Etsy. And I pulled it back out for one of my Facebook group challenges. It will look like this. So technically it's not a full coverage, but what is stitched is all full coverage. So the Simba silhouette is full coverage stitched. This is done on 22 count, 1 over 1 full cross, and that's where I'm at on there. And then I have been working on the 2 main pieces that I worked on for June, which is why I didn't really do a video in June, even though I had a couple pieces that I started at the end of my Mania plans, and I could have showed them. I let it slide because I knew I was going to be doing a WIP parade. But yeah, all June I had 2 main pieces that I was working on. One for inside on the Lowry stand and one for my outside travel stitching. So anytime I wasn't inside, I would have this piece that I could take outside with a little table, and I have, I don't know where they are. I have these things that I store my bobbins in, and so I have one of these that is my to-go stuff that has the bobbins for the piece that I'm working on, a pair of scissors, needles, that kind of stuff. So I have a little TV tray table, and I put my little box and my piece and go outside, and I'll stitch outside while the dogs are outside playing and stuff. So that piece is Minnie After the Ball by Tamara Markgard. The whole piece will look like this. I am cropping most of it off. I want her, so like from here up and over here. So just this area right in here is what I wanted. So that's what I've been working on. And this is where she is. This is 22 count, 1 over 1 full cross. And that's where she is. So I've got a lot of work done on her. And the other piece that I've been working on, when I saw it come out, I didn't want to wait to get the max color. I didn't want to wait to get supersize. I wanted to get it right then and there. And my husband got it for me for our anniversary, and I had to force myself to wait to do New Start in June, which actually didn't even happen because I started at the end of May. But The Library of Dogs by Amy Stewart. The mock-up is going to look like this. So many dogs. I love all the dogs. Even the shirt is a dog shirt. Yes, love all the dogs. So I've been working on that one. Inside. It is on 25 count. It is 1/1 full cross. And that's where I'm at. So I have put in 7,635 stitches on this one. And I've told myself that I'm not going to change out my big piece until I get this area done. So far, I have stuck to it. And yeah, we'll see. When I switch out, I want to go back to the tiger family because I really want to get that tiger done. But so far, I'm not tired of the dogs. And I really want to see the dogs come up in that part of the pattern. I think there's like 3, 4 of them in that area. And that's what I really want to get, is the dogs done. And I'm forcing myself to work from the top down. Because this right here is going to be a dog. And then right here is a dog. And then I think there's like 2 more dogs down here. But this up here is all done. And then I'm working over here, getting that done. And then taking those threads down wherever they are in that part. And yeah, that's what I've been working on lately. So that's kind of the end of my May wrap up, June wrap up, WIP parade all in one. And we're at almost 2 hours. Now we're in 43 minutes, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the new subscribers. If you watched this and made it this far, I forgot to say that at the beginning. I always forget something. I tell myself that I'm gonna say this, and I only remember this or that. Sometimes I remember to make a note to remind myself, but even that doesn't always work. But really, I do appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate those that have subscribed, and that have continued to stay by me, watching my progress, because I am very sporadic sometimes about filming, because I really don't want to film if my husband is here. I did buy myself a ring light, so if I need to film at night when he's in bed, I can try to do that, but I haven't tried it out yet, so maybe we'll see sometime. Sorry about the glare on the glasses. Like I said, the door is open, so there was light in here. Yeah. Let me know what you think of the WIPs, guys. Thanks again for watching. Until next time, happy stitching. Bye.